Natalie Merchant on Try 102.5, the best variety for Northern Colorado from the 80s, 90s, and today going pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, along with Banner Health, as we're broadcasting live from North Colorado Medical Center. If you follow me on Twitter, we're also periscoping this. I'm at PRWAS. Glad to be joined by Elton Townsend. Elton is a prostate cancer patient with cancer history in his family. How are you doing? How is everything?
I'm doing great. Everything's coming around real well.
Excellent, excellent. We were chatting a little bit before we went on the air about, what would you tell care providers and patients, or just the general public out there, about the journey of cancer?
You need to be aware. You need to make sure that your friends and family and everybody you care about goes in and gets the PSA blood test. Mm-hmm. They go in for screenings. Breast cancer, I've experienced that with my wife, and that's been devastating to our family. But it's a predictable situation, and you can find it early, and you can survive. I'm walking and breathing proof that you can survive cancer. So,
what role did a good attitude play?
It's the most important part of it. I think being surrounded by supportive people, positive people, everybody here at NCMC was just great, keeping me up, going, we'll get through this, everything's going to work out. They kept giving you a positive input, and I spread it to my family. I experienced this with my entire family, both my sisters and my brother.
Wow.
We all had cancer. My mother had breast cancer. My wife's had breast cancer. So
wow.
Unfortunately, it's not an unusual experience for us. And you learn so much every day, but having the right attitude will get you through it. You'll get through it all.
And then also screening, being on time or early for your screenings.
Having a history, part of what caused my problem was I didn't have any previous screenings. I had no blood tests prior to a couple that I got, and with the support of Dr. Wallach and Dr. Albert here at the hospital, they encouraged me to move forward rapidly, and that's when Dr. Wallach suggested that I get a biopsy, and the biopsy came out positive, and he moved me forward as rapidly as possible, and then I started my radiation treatment here.
Talking with Elton Townsend. Elton Townsend. He is a prostate cancer patient here at North Colorado Medical Center, Banner Health, and you're also an artist.
I do some artwork. I build a piece I call strength trees.
Strength trees. Tell us about it.
And I've started building those when my mother had cancer. Just a little something that my craft could create that was just a diversion, something to look at. And I saw the trees back in the 70s in California and was just fascinated by them because they were growing out of the rock, and it's like nothing wants to live more than a tree that grows right out of a flat surface of rock.
Yeah.
And it kind of inspired me, and I started building them back in the 80s for my mom, and I built them on and off over the years, but in the last year or so with everything going on, I've made pieces for lots of my friends that are survivors, and my wife. I made one especially for my wife. Made one for both my sisters and my brothers. So it's been a very tranquil thing for me. It gives me something to focus on and keep my attitude on.
Did your art, did that look different to you after you were dealing with cancer, after your wife was dealing with cancer? Did you come to it with a new perspective?
I was really enlightened by the whole thing, and I think it gave me more of a focus, and my pieces are more intricate now. They have a lot more heart in them. The two pieces that I donated to the hospital, I gave a little bit of my heart to everybody that was so wonderful for me and so helpful for me in the radiation center. Gavin and Kelly and Roxy and Danny and the whole gang, Katie, they were all just so great. I started feeling like part of the family. I was here for almost 3 months.
My name is
So it
Leslie
made it
Ripple, and I am a recruitment specialist.
pretty enjoyable for me, and it took a real devastating situation and turned it into something that was a little more tolerable, I guess is the best word to put it.
Okay, great. Elton Townsend, it's great to see you doing well. I hope you get back to your hyperactive self and continue with that art, okay?
I'm working on it. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Elton Townsend. We're broadcasting live from North Colorado Medical Center with Banner Health and Try 102.5.